Tension is
the evolution of human consciousness. Welcome. So today I want to talk to you a bit about twin flames. I know, gag me with a spoon, right? It's uh it's a it's a very common esoteric spiritual leaning for people on the internet, I've noticed. I recently joined a couple twin flame groups because I have problem problems that I thought I could get perspective and insight on, like maybe someone else on the face of the earth is experiencing this, but it's looking like that person is not in these groups, and neither are many people who are actually experiencing twin flame relationship, from what I can tell. Now, before I experienced it, I hadn't heard the term twin flame. I just really basically, I just did not believe that any kind of permanent monogamous love existed. I just, I like not only did I not believe in twin flame love, I didn't really believe in love. And then after I experienced it, the the reality matrix gave me that feedback, and it was like, oh, this is something, this is a thing. It's not just like you're not the only one, like it's not your imagination that you feel this way. But I didn't like delve into it. I didn't need to. I didn't need to substantiate it by any external information, and that is of course why that reflection was provided for me, because I wasn't seeking it. And that brings us to the first thing on our list. So I believe my perspective, take it or leave it, but I'm going to leave it with you, is that there are things, situations, criteria which disqualify you or anyone from. I'm going to close this and hopefully stay on the screen. And hopefully I didn't close it. Hopefully I downsized it. Shit, now I have to look. I'm so retarded. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, there are certain criteria which preclude you from being in a twin flame relationship. They are these. One, it's not your twin flame if you sought companionship. If you were playing the field, if you were just the intention is this that if you went out in the world and you were like, I hope I meet my Prince Charming, I hope I find someone who completes me, I hope I meet someone, I hope I make a friend today, I am participating in life reality. My motivation for leaving my house, my motivation for keeping myself looking nice, my motivation for getting my shit together is someone else. If you sought companionship, that is not your twin flame. You don't find what you're looking for. It cannot work that way. It cannot work that way. It just can't, you guys. It just can't. All things are. Only by acknowledging that already you are whole and complete and you don't need anyone, like, could you possibly navigate your soul to your twin flame. So, yeah. And funny thing, oh gosh, I'm so terrible with tangents, aren't I? Also, this lighting is terrible. It's like kind of early in the morning, and I don't have natural lighting, so I'm sorry about that. I think it like really washes out my lips. And also I woke up dehydrated. You can hear it in my voice, and my stomach is ravenously hungry. Anytime I wake up hungry, I recognize that I am dehydrated. Most certainly, and especially when I had a midnight snack of rice. um, so not only was I like, I don't need anyone to complete me, I don't believe in love, I'm awesome. uh, like, no one deserves me if they can't have all of me. Like, I actually did like a huge like ritual. I am done. Like, I'm not falling for another soulmate, because I'd had two soulmate experiences where we were having affairs. It started out as friendship, it became more than friendship. I asked my higher self, like, Ascensions, is this what I should be doing? Should I enter into this with eyes open? It doesn't feel right because it's an affair. And my Ascension self was like, yes, you should go for it. This is important. Like, not everything that you have to do under soul contract is going to be comfortable for you. And so I was like, okay, pull the trigger. But I was done with that. So I said unto the infinite universe that I will not engage in my human weakness. I will not be taking another friend. I will not be taking another lover. I am done. I will die alone. I will get cats, even though I'm very allergic to cats and can't be in the same room with a cat, like, at that point. And that is that. And, like, so intention, like, it's difficult. It's gonna be difficult to have a set intention of of complete detachment from from the twin flame, from the dating pool thing, because you're raised with an indoctrination of not only marriage, but the whole Disney brainwash program. And honestly, I think it's the rare individual who escapes it unscathed. And this is, so people will say that the, it's shadow workers. Like, there's light workers and there's shadow workers. Like it's shadow workers. It's evil. It's evil before you. If it's not your twin flame and you think it's your twin flame, that's something evil navigated into place to steal your light, to keep you from being a light worker. And while that may be true, I think that there is both an insidious side and a naivety to the general populace being aware that twin flame is a condition that exists for relationships. And I think that this is a very, very fine, shining example of why we may have entities and organizations in place to protect us from truths of reality and of the human experience on Earth here now. Because what has happened? What has happened? Now so many people have an awareness of twin flame, and they want that. That it's less likely now, because people have the awareness of it, and on some level they want it, that they're going to find it. Now, the difference between twin flame and soulmate, right off the bat, is that soulmates are to grow yourself and your soul, like micro. And twin flames are for the evolution of human consciousness, macro. So it behooves the powers that should not be to introduce this idea, because it prevents people from waking up into their highest power and being benevolent light workers. Let's see, there's something else I wanted to say about that. I just like I can't clear my throat, or I need to like hack up a hairball or something. It's like really bad and it's distracting me, and I'm really sorry, you guys. Well, oh, the naivety. And then the how it's a naive thing is that, well, you know, some some person received wisdom, a knowing, some person accessed the Akashic records, some person channeled Archangel Michael, some person, some entity like decided to allow human consciousness awareness of twin flame union. And that's a very sweet notion. Like, oh my gosh, like they must have thought we was so much more involved than we is, because we is not that evolved at all, huh? And that's so sweet, that's so trusting of them. Like, they really thought we could handle it. Like that, I think that's all it is. They really thought we could handle it. um, and so that's both sides of the coin. Like, yes, it's very evil, yes, it's also very hopeful, trusting. It's like someone wanted to gift us, and they cursed us and said, that happens, it's just, I was just trying to help you guys. And, okay, number two. I'm all like, I've got a list. Like, I'm like, if you cheated, or they cheated for you to get together, that's not twin flame. That's very basic. Like, how would you, like, the ethics, the recognition of self and others, like I did it twice, and I didn't just like do it and then be like, oh gosh, what did I do, Ascensions? What have I done? I don't think I was supposed to do that. I deliberated upon taking my soulmate relationship from platonic to intimate, romantic. Like, it was a weighty decision. I deliberated for a good deal of time. I wasn't driven by my lust. Objectively, these men were not conventionally attractive either. Like, they're beautiful to me, and everyone else is like, what is like, what is like it's just like a thing where people are like, oh, Mindy, you're a 10, like, you're so much better, like, you can pull so much better than that, like, what are you doing? And I'm like, people are not the shell. uh, that's so sad. That's sad. But so, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I wasn't like blinded by their beauty, or anything like that. um, and I it was having that experience and knowing full well, like, like, how it feels to be on the other side of that, knowing full well. My boyfriend that I lost my virginity to, he cheated on me with another girl. He had sex with her. I astral projected to witness him having sex with her. I knew how that felt worse than anybody else I've ever met could. And so deciding to engage so that I could have that soulmate experience, um, was a very difficult decision for me. Um, and of course, those were not twin flame experiences, and I was like, I'm not ever doing that again. I can't believe I ever did that. I can't believe I did it twice in a row. And never again. So, I communicated that to the universe also, and my my twin flame was in a longy distance relationship type thing, and as soon as he realized that he and I had a friendship that was evolving into an intimacy, that was romantic, like, that was something else entirely in nature, um, he contacted that person and ended the relationship before we moved forward. Um, and that's the appropriate, mature thing to do. There's like a very, like, you don't want to be alone, so you keep people like on a back burner, like you have a backup plan. That's so gross and basic. Like, stop doing that. It's 2020, y'all. Stop doing that. Number 3. If you were under the influence of drugs or alcohol, including marijuana or medical prescriptions, it's not a twin flame relationship. If you're not clean and seated in your own natural vibration, you're not going to be meeting people who match your own natural vibration. You're going to be meeting people who are like aspirational, like you want to be better. You would very much like to be that love and light person, and so you navigate that because you're trying to reach for that. And it's like I don't like it's it just like I don't know, man, like just like the way that I like have always considered people and life and the experience, it just like sounds like cold, and I'm like hesitant to just like talk freely because I think I'm gonna come off sounding really evil, which is just that's I mean that just like happens. I'm also trying not to like tangent too much, but that's like you cut out, people do this. People cut out the person from the magazine that they idol, and they like, I want to be like that person. Like, you tend to couple with people who have traits, characteristics, or physical attributes that you wish to possess yourself. That's all it is. That's all it is. You don't want them, you want something that they have, and sometimes that's just their emotional well-being, their ability to be high vibing. But if you're under the influence of mind-altering chemicals, if you are altering your natural state, like when you pull all that away, when you pull all the chemicals away, where are you then? That's different. It's different. So, yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to go into big pharma or psychiatry, the industry of death, right now. Psychiatry, an industry of death. Number 4. If you had a sexual relationship prior to having a purely platonic relationship, it's not twin flame. I feel like that speaks for itself. Like if you let you're letting yourself be carried away by sexual attraction, by lust, by sexual drive, by the female biological impulse to reproduce, which I tell you, I am someone who does not want to have a child, but before my period, I get all glamored, I get all starry-eyed, moon-eyed, like, oh yeah, I could maybe have a baby. That would maybe be a good idea. Yeah. So, if you if you don't think that once you have a thing inside of you that's parasitically existing off of you, that controls your mind and prevents you from having an abortion, you're dumb. You basic. Get off. So, yeah. A relationship needs a solid foundation upon which it can stand. If you have a sexual relationship before you have a friendship relationship, you're creating a structure that is going to topple, because you skipped the foundation, and you were like, well, this scaffolding's going to hold, and then you build this elaborate second floor. I mean, that's just really basic. As far as I'm concerned, there is no soulmate relationship either that begins by hooking up. If you're tethered to one another is because you joined souls, in the sexual ritual, that's, you created something right there. You created karma with them, you created a soul contract with them, but you didn't show up with one, and it's not the same. So, what if all the people who are thinking that they're experiencing their twin flame union, all the people who fit any one or all of these 4 criteria, stopped claiming that they wore twin flames and just crossed that off as a possibility? I hope that if you're one of those people, that this frees you from a relationship that is only serving to dim your light, and to delay your awakening. That is my hope. That is my intention in sharing this, is that if you want desperately to be free of the heartache of this perceived twin flame, then maybe now you can cross it off and move on. That's what I want for you. The list came about because I really wanted it for me, and I spent this week doing this research, And, like, yeah, no, I don't think I get to cross it off. Like I really, it would just be so convenient and so much easier if I could just be like, nope, that's not my twin flame. Okay, moving on. But absolutely everything points to it being twin flame. And so I am tasked with it and continue to rise to the occasion of it. And of course, mine is a unique experience. In anyone else who was going through what I'm going through, I would say run. You're in an abusive relationship. Abusive relationships only become more dangerous. You are in a relationship with someone who has an addictive personality. Like, you need to get out of there. That is just trying to keep you down. And it's like, well, all of this stuff is true that I'm going through that, but I mean, there were 8 years where I wasn't going through that, though. You know, like, it's not like I didn't like meet the guy and we were friends and he had all these problems. Like he's this is recent. This is like a relatively recent thing, that he's confronting some demons, that he's made some decisions that have given him some demons. But you know, all of the pain that he's experiencing is so that he can know himself better. And all I can do in my role as twin flame to someone who wants to crash and burn and literally kill themselves is to not let it pull me down. Like, to recognize that, to recognize where his energy is butting up against my energy, where his low vibe is creating a storm between us because it's coming up against my high vibe. Like, it would be easier for both of us if I would just let his low vibe bowl me over and just be low vibe with him. Or if he would let my high vibe bowl him over and just be high vibe with me. But that's not being true to the soul or the self. He's going what he's going through. I don't want to take that. I don't want to prevent that growth. I just want him to survive that growth. So that's my take on twin flames. Hopefully it serves you better than it served me. The creation of the list was just like, I don't know, it doesn't, none of those things are true of my twin flame relationship. I don't get to cross it off my list. I don't get to cross it off my list. I really wanted to, but I do not get to cross it off my list. And there is a disappointment, but in this realization, I get to provide you with a delightful video that I hope you have delighted in. If for no other reason than you just really enjoy my presence. Love and light. Bye-bye.